Всем привет! Пока у меня проблемы с DLC-шкой Неоха, я решила поиграть во что-нибудь другое. Это небольшой платформер, который раздавали как-то в Epic Games. И он мне картинкой понравился. Про девочку и лису. Never Alone. Kisima Inŋitchuŋa. Ня. О, у нас не поддерживает контроллер. Ну ладно. Это даже лучше. Хотя нет, он же должен поддерживать. О. Ничего не понимаю. Почему одна кнопка работает, другая нет? Будем работать так. Это сложно. Ну да ладно, попробуем разобраться. Эй! Вау!
One of the things I think a lot of people need to understand is we aren't a museum piece. The Inupiaq people are a living people and a living culture. Even though we're in northern Alaska, which covers this vast area from Nome all the way over the Canadian border, is that there's this extreme value of interconnectedness and interdependence.
It's a hunting society, a gathering society from thousands of years.
This is what creates our culture.
That special relationship between humans and the natural world and the animals, and that it teaches you how to have a society that doesn't do too much harm to the world.
Love and respect for nature, for one another, for our elders. Very, very fundamental value, key to life.
Our values are something that bind us all. The importance of sharing with one another, the importance of spirituality, and the connection to the land, our traditions, how we hunt, sharing of stories and songs and dances.
I'm Innupiaq. I'm from the Arctic Ocean.
Inŋitchuŋa. I am Innupiaq.
It's very important to me. It's who I am as a person.
And we're very proud of who we are, and we want to continue that.
It'd be busy, busy, busy all through the day. You get up and you just go right to work, right to work.
There's always something to do. There's never any idle time. The only idle time we had was after we eat and before we go to bed.
One of the older people would be relaxing, laying down there and saying, it'd be really nice to hear a story. And then just organically, someone would just start telling a story.
Storytelling for the Inupiaq people is very important because it not only created that sense of community, but is a way to pass on wisdom to the next generation.
It was like TV, you know? It was just like, it was as good as anything, any movie you've ever seen. And the storyteller told it so clearly that it was just as powerful as any of the greatest movie blockbusters you've ever seen.
There was a reason behind the stories that we were told because they held traditional knowledge. They held things that we might need to know in life, whether it was about how to find food or how to survive, or it was about well-being and the importance of connecting with people and being a good member of the community.
We all do stories. We all live in stories. We all tell stories to our friends. And they need to be told. They need to be heard.
Окей. Я не очень люблю платформеры, но попробуем.
Unipkaaqutiarsiikpin taalaqanilaqannasuk unipkaaqtuaq qaaviuraqama niviaqsiaqarualugguuq iñuuniaqaniqsuq angayoqaagamini sumitaimma niviaqsiaqarualuk amuniallatuneqsaq aasiisuraqallavluni supayaanik Iñuuniaqutik anuqqautigaiti anuqqulingaaliaqsuq anuqqulingaaliaqpaalluni kisaimma paniqnialiaqsivut niviaqsiaqarualuk kisaimma isummeqpoq tavraasi kanngitsaquaqsigaasumman anuqqulisugurukumagaan summan anuqqulingaaliaqamagaan tavraasi kanngitsaquaqsigaasumman anuqqulisugurukumagaan
So scrimshaw is this really beautiful method of art that's done either on baleen or ivory, and traditionally it was used to tell stories.
Each etching is telling a story of some event. Caribou hunting was taking place. This is what was going on. War began around this time, and so it sort of gives you a timeline of history through etching.
An elder or the person who carved it would literally be able to read the scrimshaw story.
They're like reading a book, in a way.
A lot of the storytelling traditions would be things that after the storytelling was done, we'd just rely on the next person telling it. And so scrimshaw is a very important way for Alaskan Native people to record their history.
anuqquliqpaalluni suniuraqanaitsoqunni tavrani viaqsiaqarualuk ayuungitsoq payyagniuliqsoq
Oh shit. Ah! Ой. Run, Forrest, run! Так, не надо мне совместную игру. У меня нет никого для совместной игры. Иди сюда. Хе-хе-хе-хе-хе. Хе-хе-хе-хе-хе.
Tukutawayaktok kisimreome. Aranap ka nga piaktok.
Мой новый друг. Ah!
When I was growing up, my grandpa had a pet white fox. If you're a good friend with a fox, when there's danger abound, they try to keep you from getting into trouble. They pull tricks here and there, and foxes are like spoiled little kids in a way. When you let her out, she'd go prancing out in the snow, jumping in the air. I know she was happy then. Come running at me and jump on my chest, knock me backwards, lick my face, and I try not to let her. So that was my memory of my grandpa's pet fox.
Nice. Wow. Okay. Как высоко мы умеем прыгать! Йоу! Вау, он еще задом прыгает. Залезешь, да? Ой! Уху! Oh shit!
caribou was, it provided for us in many ways.
Our clothing in those days was made of all caribou skin.
I grew up wearing caribou pants, mittens, caribou skin mattress, blankets.
Some people had boots that were made with wolf leggings, sealskin sole bottoms. Baleen was shaved to make insoles. They kept us quite dry and warm as well. But the caribou skin clothing was the best. We would get as many yearlings as we could for our outer clothing. And for a heavy winter, we would get caribou in February or March because the hair was the longest and the skin was the thickest, and we would use those for our winter gear. With that stuff on, you could sleep outside in 50 below and it wouldn't bother you a bit.
Niveaksiagarualuk kangersingalok supayat ikayoktiqaqanavlugit allauluni taamna teriganniaq sivuneqsipkangaga niveaksiagarualuk qanutun peqpaganaqtilaangit tamatkua ikayoktauluat. Niveaksiagarualuk kangersingalok supayat ikayoktiqaqanavlugit allauluni taamna teriganniaq sivuneqsipkangaga niveaksiagarualuk qanutun peqpaganaqtilaangit tamatkua ikayoktauluat.
Silla is the weather. It also means the atmosphere. Here's the nuna, or the land. And it's anything from the land into the moon, the sun, the stars. That's Silla.
It's a very spiritual, and we have a relationship with Silla. Silla has a soul in the same way we do as people, in the same way animals do.
I think spirit helpers in and of themselves are really about how we're connected with things. And so it may be that there is a spirit helper that shows themselves as a bird to show you the way home, or it may be a spirit helper that actually decides to show themselves with the face and body of a man instead of their animal form. And so I think one of the things that's hard to understand is that it's not one way of seeing things, it's one way of knowing you're connected to everything.
We've always had that spirituality of everything around us.
It's the interaction you have with the air you breathe, the ocean that you gather resources from, the rivers from which you gather fish, the tundra from which you pick berries, the animals that give themselves. It's all of that.
Вниз давай. Что, сама не запрыгнешь, что ли? Наверх. Ну,
Ливиарсиагалуалугулу териганниаралу икаюути пиартук. Сигаганиорутимигани. Азаа кангерсинаитсеқунни қанеқ писилаанга. Аглаан тавра атаутсикун аингалук.
вау. Окей, жди здесь. Эй, ты куда?
In the winter, when we were traveling, we didn't build sod houses, we built snow houses. In Canada, they call them igloo, but here in Alaska, we call them apuyak. We'd do a day of travel, and then we'd make a apuyak. The next day, my father would set traps, spend the day there, rest the dogs, give them something to eat, and then the following day, we continued to the next place. We'd go to my dad's sister, who had a house at Dubai. They had a small sod house over there. We didn't have to do anything. We just visit with them, and my dad and my sister were glad to see each other, and they'd talk away while us kids played outside or go to sleep. By the time we get back to our home, my father would leave us with our aunt or with my grandmother, and then he'd start on his trips and go check his trap line. We were not into 8 to 5 kind of time, you know. We're in a total different kind. We're in ecological time.
Wow! Ah! Oh shit. Так, тут опасно. Зачем нам туда идти? А, ты что, по-другому не залезешь? Нету ветра? Гош. Кто уничтожил нашу деревню?
Iversiaqaluallu tikitkaa aanaarpini. Agalaan maluunaqsingamalaq. Inñoquluk tikinngamaluq iversiaqaluallu piingaan. Ivaqaleqsimaluq sumittaimma. Nikatjakkumañainniqsuq. Paqitqaangaarnagu ivaktani. Nunaqqeq isiwaqtuaqaniqseq. Iñungi toquttaqtauganiqsit. Niveaqsiaruulu upperingitqa tautuktani. Tautugunaqtuaq sunapayaaq sequminganersoq. Niveaqsiaruulu iñuliaqatingi pisaullaganersut. Qanaquimña anuqulaqpallqiñam tainnaqumiñaitqa. Tamaanga ikumauaqtuamin qaqraqpam iñua niptaqtuq. Sumaalagullaqami niveaqsiaruuluum piitsiñingani. Agalaan qaqraqpallqiñat sagavingaitjut. Immiñaurat sagaveqimiu tasamanga nunamin. Pakagahuting nunaaqqimin.
Ой! Вау, нифига ты! Ты серьезно? Можно было так? Вау! Нифига себе! Слишком переменчивая погода. Птичка, вы можете... Так, и что? Можете опустить свою голову?
Qaiguin tuting. Uqallaqtuq iñugungaruaq ukpik.
Где?
Qanaquuma ilisimanaqpanga. Isumullaqtuq niveaqsiagarualuq. Qanukkitapura qaunugingagikpen. Qillautika piigupku. Ikayoguniaqalluarikpin kimun tainna nunaaqqiq. Savaqitilaanga.
Барабан. Так, почему вы назад пошли? Вы предлагаете мне идти назад? Да? Или вперед все-таки?
Drum is something that's common to all cultures in Alaska. All cultures have a drum that may have some stylistic differences or differences in the materials that it's made, but it's still in recognition of life and vitality. And the drum mirrors the heartbeat. And when you continue drumming soon, it will be in line with your heartbeat, because that's what it's supposed to be, the heartbeat of the community, and it symbolizes vitality. And it's the most tremendous feeling to be in a room and to have one long row of all the drummers and to have that feeling of unity and everyone beating in harmony, the drum beat in unison. It's the most beautiful feeling. And to know that you're connected, you're on the land that you are connected to. And even if you grew up outside the community, that which is in you comes from this area. And it's the greatest feeling.
and I went at it, and look what happens. Oh.
Так, как там это? Нет. Нет. Я забыла. Шесть. Какие еще кнопки? Ага. Да блин. Нет, ни одна так не работает. For fuck's sake. О, shift. Эй ты! Нифига их тут.
They're just like other people. They just happen to be very small and extremely strong.
These are stories that are common throughout Alaska. It's normally that people are the size from your elbow to the tips of your fingers, and they possess superhuman strength. So they may be tiny, but they can carry a whole caribou.
And if you go up north and you talk to a number of the people in the community, they'll talk about having seen the little people.
There's a place at home that we know, but we don't profess it to anybody.
But it's not like the boogeyman.
They can be mischievous, they can be ornery, or they can be helpers.
And every now and then, we might have the opportunity to see them, especially if they want us to see them.
The fact that it's across Alaska really tells you something about our history and how we interacted with nature around us.
Что делаешь уже внизу? Так, а куда его двигать? Да? Окей. Тебе обязательно надо сверху сидеть?
Kaya rarak tuan bibiak siya rolo pakike. Asi ane pikitin suna iduk to siguro umaga.
Wow! Wow, shit! Ну, такого поворота мы не ждали. А, нет! Sorry. Так, ты стоишь здесь. Да ты стоишь там. Ну, что такое? А, окей. Ладно, они сами это сделают. Да, блин. Кыш отсюда.
Ibiyaksyarolo sabat ko may ahalawit imanyarat pakit ka upir kayaw dinga.
Окей, а как обратно? Ой. Что такое? Что такое? Чего, нету, что ли? А, вот же.
Ibiyaksyarolo ko tingarok kayaw delegahone. Upik ko pia chapalugarok. Asita mura pibi tagaliw di pia lagaga ibiyaksyarolo ko. Dahil nahone ay chudi hirakangarok. Upik ukalagtok. Uvaw na kao nagingagiga iliginun pikit kublugo.
Кто это?
The bola is what we call kilometone. And the kilometone is made out of braided sinew tied out to some heavy bone which you could twirl. In my case, we're catching ducks.
When we're out whaling, sometimes the ducks start flying. And they're good for duck hunting. You know, if you're a whaling crew, you can't make too much noise. So you can't use a shotgun for getting some duck soup handy, you know. So bolo was a really handy weapon to use for catching ducks. You know, the ducks fly in, you throw it up and tangles up the bird, and down they go.
Соберешься сама, нет? Oh shit. Как? Окей. Come on! Наконец-то. Ну чё? Ты не можешь сам, что ли, это сделать? Oh gosh.
Dabra tayo na igilasitik. Dibeak siya rolum ato ka ukpium achuta.
Окей. А как я ее собью? А. Эй, ты куда? А я? Yeah, nice. Поднимайся. Видишь, все можно. Как я так высоко? А, нет! Ну, камон! Глупые духи. Поднимайся.
Sila tayo nunakimata inyukulok kasuwag. Inyukulong tao kami nutkakawa. Агала не векшеру.
Как вы мне не говорили уже бежать? Вау. What the fuck? Yeah. Я не умею так быстро стрелять. Мне надо подготовиться. Well, shit.
annap khaslik kalwaktuk agalan igilaw ningap si kakalaksisinyak. Malago kuni ublo kuni wisha ublutik.
The scaredest I've ever been, I was 12 years old. We floated out on a piece of ice while we were duck hunting. It was a bluebird day, just clear blue skies. And there was 3 of us, myself, my brother, and my dad. Next thing you know, we see this dark shadow on the ice. We look and it goes behind us. So we all jumped up, startled, and my dad, he started running. We got back to the ridge there. The ice had fractured, cracked, and broke off, and we were floating away. We were drifting. It was close enough to where my dad would have made it. He stopped and he thought about throwing us across, and if one of us was on the other side, we would be split up. So he stopped, and he just so happened to have a cell phone on him. 911 didn't pick up. That's the worst feeling in the world right there. 911 did not pick up. So he left a message because they record their calls. Once he had relayed that information, his cell phone died. That was the scariest moment I've ever had in my life. We were floating away and I thought we were left for dead. He kept calm during this situation. He's bringing out everything positive in this case. You know, I'm crying, my brother's freaking out. It went from clear blue to dense fog. Within a couple hours, we heard the chopper flying around, so they must have gotten our message. We thought we were saved, and then the chopper sound went away. So we lit some of the sled on fire. It's plastic. We thought black smoke in the fog would create some kind of marker. Chopper pilot had mentioned when we got rescued, you could see a glow in the fog, and he slowed down there, and sure enough, as soon as he slowed down, we got within visual. That was definitely the scariest moment of my life, was floating away and not knowing what the outcome was going to be.
Dobra tuwaruam tisitju. Agalan tuwawit pagabitju. Nalunak tok hanok
No! Wow. Ай. Чё, ты не прыгаешь, что ли? Что? Нет! Oh fuck. Что вы предлагаете? Ну чё? Ну чё? А! Ха, лол. Что тут можно было пробежать? Ой, shit. Нет. Не думаю. Там нет ветра. Что вы вообще хотите от меня? Я не понимаю. Да елки-палки. Да он еще живой! Да, конечно, что ему сделать? Он просто в воду упал.
Pisasa ko may akaloon na no, anak ko ba? Pinatita ka ba? Kakame na no, likat jalay.
We're very much aware of the climate change. And it's been for many years, even before climatologists were noticing the change, Inuit were already saying, Sila alangoktok. Our climate is changing.
If the heat is going the way it is right now, for us it's going to be pretty bad. Different birds are coming, and they're coming earlier, and sometimes rain is more than what we want, because when there's more rain, we know it's going to melt the permafrost.
In my time as a young whaler, when I was 9 years old, we're hunting from ice that was about 25 feet thick. And there was giant icebergs already floating, coming by. That was the first signs of a changing climate. Ice that never broke before was now moving. Now, here it is 50 years later, we're hunting whale from ice that's 18 inches thick. There's no more thick ice.
It's creating a malfunction in our whaling season, is what it is. And actually, more than that, all seasons in general.
I think we are more scientists than more people will realize. We have more knowledge of those things than people will ever know.
Agalan naman nano na alaw.
Wow.
Duktan lanik sa
Run, 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 run. Да, как мне птичку-то взять?
My brother was out seal hunting. He got attacked from behind and managed to grab his knife and save himself. When he came to realize, oh no, it's a mother. We've always known traditionally that we avoid killing a mother. It's always been sacred to us to protect them. He had to present himself to the council, and so he was given the job to mother the baby, and we kept it. It got so big it went over the barricade one day and got to the dog food, and that was an indication that, oh, brother better go teach it how to survive on its own. So he did. I really got attached to the bear because I more or less grew up with it. And some days when brother took him walking, once in a great while he'd put me on the bear and I would ride on it like a horse. I was just happiest little girl in the world.
Ран. А-а-а! О, Господи. Все? Нет, он снова здесь. А мне что делать? Эй! Щет! Окей, а дальше? Непонятно. Ой. Кому? Ну зачем? Gosh, for fuck's sake. Ah! Oh my god. Ah! Fuck! Oh shit. Окей, а дальше что? А как я буду дальше запрыгивать? Wow.
Tabra annak kalwaktuk. Aglan ilit chogiruk. kailangan nun ng atimigini. Niveak siya kalualugulo, dirigan niya kalu imaktuk. Asi takiyom ang alad kaksibilyogik. Takiyom iguk kay kairusungin yun puktakpaw. Ara kanohrik tema ipingit pak.
Как мы дышим?
In, Arctic Alaska, hunting is a really important part of life. It's not just about going and shooting something, it's about going and putting food on the table. But more importantly, subsistence hunting isn't just about the insular family unit, it's about feeding the whole community. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about subsistence hunting in Alaska is that people go out and they'll go get, fish, or they'll get a caribou, and they'll get, seals and whales, and one of the first things they'll do is they'll say, oh, I need to take this to the elders. This isn't just about one individual surviving or one family surviving, it's about the whole community.
We didn't just go out and kill and put in a freezer. It's like a ritual that I learned from my parents.
It's all about relationship. I don't know. I think there's a lot of camaraderie involved, and just being out on the land or being out on the ocean. It's like getting back in tune.
I'd rather be out there. To me, once I go out there, it's the world that I learn from.
Давайте попробуем туда. Ага, да, все-таки мы правильно пошли. Странно. Обычно правильная дорога вправо. Так, ладно, значит, у нас тут не прям холодная вода, можно и поплавать. Так, уф! Я уж думала, она сейчас исчезнет. Щет. Настройки инвертированы. Камон! О, нас оттуда унесет. Так, что, вниз что ли? Ой, мы застряли. Эй, стой. А что, она не пойдет со мной, что ли? Эй! Да блин, я случайно свалилась. Ниже. Ниже. Прямо на мне? Я что, могу за нее зацепиться? Я сомневаюсь. О! Найс. Ой. Ты там не исчезай только. Да ты... Ну ты собака. Ладно, возможно, мы на это можем завести. Да-да, что это я? Чё? Так, ну ладно, сюда попробуем. Look at this. Ой, простите. Стоп. Какого черта она исчезла? Что делать-то с ней? Вперед! Оу, щет! Чё, я слишком сильно ударилась? Так, стоп, а все-таки проверю, что внизу. Так, по-моему, это слишком колюче. Эй, ты что стал? Вау! Спустись. Ладно, то есть нам надо сначала сломать эту штуку. Не. Так, ну это ладно. А это что должен делать? Черт. Вернись обратно. Стой тут. Давай ложечка. Так. Вау, как мы подпрыгнули-то. Мы выбрались. Дальше что? What about me? Да, ты зачем слезла? Так, ладно. Может, там что-то есть? Логично, задом влететь не очень хорошо.
Now we spend all our time out in nature. You get very intimate with the world. And over time, if you're living that life, you start to sense that everything has a spirit. There's a consciousness in everything. Everything is alive. If everything is alive, then we want to respect it. And if we're going to use it, we want to use it respectfully.
What I try to tell my nephews and nieces, you know, you love to hunt, you have to take care of the animals that you catch, preparing the food and eating the food that you catch.
Water provides you. The ice brings you life. It provides all those things that you need to be a part of your life.
That was something I grew up with. I grew up respecting the animals. I grew up respecting the land. And that, to me, that is why we as Inupiaq, as an Inupiaq culture, as an Inupiaq people, is why we're so successful.
Так. А куда нам тут надо было? Я вообще не помню. Если нам надо было куда-то. Можешь быстрее плыть? Так, писец как-то странно плывет. Мама сломался. И вы что думаете, что я отсюда в него попаду? А. Непонятно. Я не могу здесь забраться. И что предлагается сделать? Мам, иди сюда! Ну, что непонятно. А-а. Whoa, shit.
I think most central to the ideology of the Inupiat is the idea of sharing.
Being able to feed the community, feed others. That's why we hunt. You know, in the old days, that's what you needed to survive, you know.
The sharing is important because it's how the community survives together collectively.
We just give. That's how I grew up. That's the way I'm always going to be. Because of who we are, we always think about other people first.
If our people didn't share in the old days, we wouldn't have survived in this harsh, climate, environment.
Так. Так, ну это ничего не поменяло. Просто он пройдет сюда? О, так хорошо. Эй, ты куда? Так, а нам что надо?
Nibeaksiarologulo teriganniaqalu suvlooqaik aqavirum qingamigum suvlooqaik aqavirum sillamun ilaakataktuak sillamun tipineraik saanganut nunaaqqan.
Окей, это очень интересно. А первый раз пока закончим. Благодарю за просмотр. Всем счастливо. Продолжение следует.